Alright, so it's kind of funny. So there is a box labeled Priority. Pretty sure I made that Priority label about 3 years ago. I think that this is a lovely, lovely item. Handmade, made in Greece, pure new wool. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what. A gorgeous jacket. And we may, listing it now probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but again, on the other side of that, I don't really care if something takes a long time to sell if we've already packed it away and stored it. But that's not what we're dealing with today. Anyway, so the Priority will have to wait. What's going on, everyone? Garth here from Arky Salvage. Today we're going to take time for something we've been leaving and ignoring. We've looked at it I don't know how many times, and we just keep never dealing with it. We labeled it a priority about 3 years ago, and today we're going to prioritize that priority. Stay tuned. I haven't done any clothing photographs in a really long time. I've never really done much of it, so this is sort of a new experience for us. You can see the hinge in the background. We have a door that we didn't need in one of our cupboards in the house, and so we've removed it, and it's conveniently working as a backdrop for us today. We're going to be messing around with angles, so you can photograph clothing on a flat surface, or you can use an angled backdrop, which seems to work really well. The gear I'm using for today is just a lint roller, a little selfie stick for my phone. It is sometimes useful. I've got a meter-long stainless steel ruler, which is great, but it's actually really hard to hold on to and take photographs. And it didn't work for this jacket because the jacket's longer than the ruler. A couple bulldog clips, which I've messed around with to try to hold rulers on. It looks kind of silly, but and then we also have these cellophane bags. So I'm about to try to put that jacket in one of these bags, and we need to come up with a coating of some kind eventually. I don't know that I'm going to worry about that today because we only have a few articles, but if you're going to do a lot of clothing, and there are a lot of experienced clothing resellers out there, I suggest looking at their filing systems because they're quite robust and definitely a step in the right direction. I think it's fair to say we have no hope of getting that in there. So, okay, so that one's been photographed. Let's figure out what we're doing. Okay. Next up is this Sabatini jumper. Oh my. Look at that, I did not notice that. Alright, well that is rubbish. So that can come straight out. Off in the rubbish it goes. What do we got here? Well, there you go. So you got extra fine Australian merino, made in China. Dubious as to whether this is interesting. Who's it by? Oh, it is Country Road. Okay. Well, let's see how we go. This is for a petite individual, to say the least. It does have a few little flaws to it. It's important to point that out. I've noticed a lot of resellers do not have great feedback scores. I can imagine why, because it's got to be hard to buy clothes online and have them be correct. Anyway, so overall photo. Photo of the tag. Since it's not cooperating, we'll do that. detail. Alright, let's try to put that in the bag now. I'm beginning to think the only value of these bags really is to be able to see what's in there, because if I was to get with the poly mailer instead, might be the direction I head next, I wouldn't need to, I could just do a code and that's fine. Alright, well there you go. There's our first one photographed and bagged, I guess. Let's grab the next one. I think I'm going to start by lint rolling. This is an odd item. Now these, in case you're wondering, our first video that we put out was stuff that we had from abandoned storage that we felt needed to be run through and washed. This is not from that lot of stuff. This predates that by a long shot. And invariably, I mean, you have decisions to make when you buy abandoned storage. There's plenty of stuff that you can just donate or throw away. But believe it or not, a lot of the things you look at and think, oh, that's nothing, actually you get a pretty decent return on. Okay. It's clear to me we need the head mount for the GoPro for this kind of filming, which we'll get there eventually, but at the moment we're not there yet. Alright. Photo 1. Photo 2. Oops. What do we got here? We got a oh, that's terribly helpful. Oh, I think we're inside out. Oh, that makes sense all of a sudden. Now I have been photographing it inside out. Let's start again. See, I am not sure if this is navy or black. Certain light it looks navy, in certain light it looks black. Which is always the problem with navy, isn't it? Okay, so that makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? I'll have to get a detail of that. Alright, starting over. We already have the tag photo, so that's good. Photograph 1. Oh wow. Definitely needs a lint roll there. Okay, so there's another one done. Let's tackle the Banana Republic next. Looks pretty cool like that. see the staining here. We'll definitely have to capture that. It's become immediately apparent. I've photographed 4 items now, and 2 of them have been too wide for the door. So most of the resellers I see are using like a 4-foot by 6-foot backdrop, which clearly we're going to have to adopt. We'll make do for today, but that just isn't going to work in the long run. That's interesting. Yeah, that might fold up all right. Look at that. Fold it up all right. So the A3 bag should work for that, I hope. Well, that was a dud. Let's try that. That could work better. What we may end up doing is just bringing out a couple different size satchels, because they are constantly raising the price on those here. And you know, does it fit? You know, is it worth listing then? Clear if it's 30 or 40 bucks, sure. If it's $15, might not be worth the time I put into it. That is one of the downsides of, you know, I'm sure I've said that before, but one of the downsides of constantly dealing with things that aren't repeatable, that you don't know necessarily anything about. It just takes up so much time. Okay, so that's that one done. Okay, so we got the wool item out, and I thought it was a jacket. It's actually a poncho, which is possibly even cooler. I don't get excited about clothes that much, especially not women's clothes, but well, I assume this is a woman's article of clothing. I could be completely wrong, but very interesting and very well made from what I can tell. Let's measure it and photograph it. Okay. This door is becoming it's becoming a problem for me. All right. But I will persist. So you must be able to put your hands back through there. Cool. Where's Excalibur gone? I need Excalibur. This is Excalibur. It is a very dull at the moment, but this is a knife that will take an edge far better than a razor blade. I can cut boxes with it for quite a long time before it dulls, and when I get a good edge back on it, it's about a 5-minute job. I'll show you another. Yeah, am I going to show you? Maybe today, maybe not. Anyway, Excalibur. This might be a good time to say that the other Blue Danube items that we listed, the 5, have gone. We shipped them out last week. So the first 3 went right away, and the other ones went. The last 2 went within a week later, I think. No more than. That is just cool. Certainly not in perfect condition though. There are issues with it, little ones. How to even measure this quite woolly and heavy item. I need this to lay out to be able to photograph it. Okay. It is not a jacket. It is a poncho. Yes. And it is freaking cool. Do you have an idea what that's worth?
About $200. Maybe more.
All right.
It's a cape.
Cape, is that what you're calling it? About your superior knowledge on these topics. I wonder, should I put the door down and we photograph it on the door?
That'd be better.
Getting length. It's very difficult to photograph this actually. Trying again here. Let's see if we like it. The hood is about 300. I think that does. Oh no, we gotta do. Well, there really is an important measurement here, but. Flares out to 900. Well, that's going to do it for this thing, I think. Alright, well there you have that box done. So it's gone from being a priority to what?
Listed.
Well, it isn't listed yet.
No.
We're going to list it today though, right?
Yep.
You excited?
Yes, very.
How long have we been waiting to list this thing? I guess it's 3 years, but
3
I think
years.
Could be longer maybe. You know, we don't procrastinate around here, do we?
No.
Nah.
No.
Not half. Anyway, let's get on to some other stuff. We do not like agapanthus, do we? No. Out they come. Careful now. Don't hurt yourself.
Okay.
You're just going to take it in one bite? You're not going to break them up?
No.
No? You going for gold? Or are you hoping I go for gold? Which one is it?
Can you do the last bit?
You have to ask, can you go for gold?
Can you go for gold, please?
Yes, I can.
I've done the hard work.
You've done. Oh, is that right? The hard work's been done, everyone. Apparently. Oh, apparently not. I see you left that rose thorn for me to get to walk into.
No,
Excellent. I don't even. Oh, these. Is that what these are called? I might be making it up. Well, there it goes. Goodbye. Alright, so what is this? This is a box that says Hold Research Jasper Conran. Now we were just shopping for something. What was it, Myers? David Jones, sorry. And notice that this pattern is still for sale in their shop, and it's for sale for absolutely crazy prices. So let's just take a look to see. I think bowls are like $200. Plates are like $200. Single plate, $200. Which is like, wow. Maybe we want to try to get these listed. Jasper Conran at Wedgwood, England. I don't think he was there in 1759 though. I think that must be Wedgwood. Dishwasher safe. Oh, look at that. It needs a good clean. So there's one. Two. See if we can burn that paper. No, that's not Joseph Conran. That is Fabrico. Oh, that's handmade, is what that means. Atlantis, that says. I think I like that possibly for myself as a Scotch glass or something, but yeah. Alright. Joseph Conran. Again, as with the Blue Danube, I believe there are other boxes of this around. And there goes in it. I think we're just going to do it this way. And then I can put the garbage back in the box. If you wish to keep them, we will. I've always told you that. Anything that you decide that you want is yours. Now, what do we have? There is the cup that goes with it. One of, I think, two. Whoops, yeah, let's clink them around if we can. See if they're good. Well, see, now here I have more of these, so that leads me to believe I have more cups somewhere. That is not. What were we keeping these for?
Who were they by?
There's no brand mark on them. I thought they were nice, but
They're very nice.
yeah, I don't know what we do with them. These would have been, prior to us going home at 18, I think we would have had this stuff. Oh, yep, that one's chipped, so that one's rubbish. Oh, well. Oh, hold on, is that a chip? Yeah, that's a chip. Okay. Well, that's not a very exciting reveal, is it? You get two bowls. Oh, maybe the bowls go with the little plates. Is that something you want me to clean up the list, or what do you want to do? I'm currently videoing it.
No, let's list it.
Okay. Okay, well let's set up and photograph these. Pretty useless, actually. I've got 2 of these. I'm only going to photograph it once in this instance and just list them as separate. Now these are not... Some of these have better gold in the inside. That one's not as good, so we're going to leave those 2 aside. There's 2 that are better than the others. Yep, so we're going to leave those 2 aside to look at further, and I'll just photograph this bowl, and that'll be... We'll do the same thing. It'll be photograph the bowl once, list it twice, sort of deal. Or single listing with 2 available. There's little issues with the edge here. I don't know how we capture that. So there is some wear to the ridge. Shoot. Alright, so I'll have to photograph them both. Alright, so I've decided that the condition varies a little bit on these, so I'm going to actually label them and photograph the label. Product listing. Anyway, you get the picture. Okay, so those have all been photographed and wrapped up, ready to send. That's just the first layer of protection. So we can now go ahead and edit and list those as well. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. We had a bit of fun going through some stuff that we've been ignoring forever. I hope you did too. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, possibly think about subscribing. Leave a like. Make a comment, do whatever pleases you, okay?
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. I don't think we've got the ending we want yet. That's all the time we have for today. We hope you enjoyed going through some cool poncho clothing items. No, that's not it. The sun is now setting. We're trying to decide on an ending. Thanks for joining us for today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. We look forward to seeing you next time.